All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahag, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on this video that you're looking at right now on your screen. As you can see, it says breaking, U.S. city shut down, FBI investigates new attack, state of emergency. So if you haven't heard, which this news only came out about a few hours ago, but if you haven't heard, a city in the United States is right now in a state of emergency and it is fully shut down. What does that mean? Well, in this capacity, they're saying don't even pay your bills. You want to hear the heathen say it? Some people are saying don't even pay your bills, and that's giving you a visual on how shut down it is. They say 911 is cut off. So people can't even contact 911. So if Eve was getting ran up top on right now, somebody was breaking in something, robbing and looting, Eve getting grape juiced and all type of shit, guess what? She can't call anybody for help. She can't call them Romans. Damn. You can only imagine, let's say the lights come back on. You can only imagine a report of how much crime was going on. How much crime was going on while things were shut down. And this is nothing but a foreshadowing of what's about to happen around all America, man. All right? All hell is about to break loose very soon. And this is just nothing but a omen, a foreshadowing, man. Well, let me get over, man. All right? So instead of this being one city, imagine this being state after state after state after state. Multiple cities, hundreds of cities being blacked out. Electric down, this down, everything. Pumps not working. Come on, man. It reminds me of 1 Thessalonians 5:3. When they shall say peace and safety. Motherfuckers saying peace and safety right now. They worried about, motherfuckers is literally talking about Thanksgiving and shit. Christmas and all type of shit, you know? And when you go to the plantation, that's what you hear. People planning festivities and shit. They're not worrying about the war that's going on. They don't care. They don't know anything about it. They're saying peace and safety. And when you bring something up about it, they'll say some shit like this, which was said to me plenty of times. Well, Trump got it. He got a plan. And they tossed the thought off. They don't care. All right, peace and safety, right? Then sudden destruction cometh upon them. All of a sudden, something happens and it flips your life upside down. All right, a cyber attack. They said they was gaining access into their systems since Friday. All right, so hey, it'll behoove you to do what you got to do right now, because all of a sudden, shit can happen like that. Can you imagine those people in there? People get put to death in that city. Hey, it was their judgment, man. They was told to repent. They know. Anyway, let's play some of this.
Developing news coming out that one city in California is currently in a state of emergency as the FBI is investigating an entire city shutdown. We're hearing, they're even saying right now, you don't have to pay your bills in the city because right now nothing is operating. 911 cannot be reached. Systems have been shut down. The city is in a state of emergency. And like I said, FBI, DHS, CISA are investigating yet another cyber attack that has taken place on U.S. soil. Now, this comes as we're also hearing about more cyber attacks littering the United States. We're hearing that ports are being hit, in addition to what we've been hearing about water systems. And again, we do not have the identity of who is behind these, but there's a lot of speculation that this is Iran. Let me know your thoughts, and let's go ahead and take a look at the latest headlines so that way you can see it for yourself. Coming out in the last 24 hours, chaos in Susan City declares state of emergency after hackers cripple 911 systems. Susan City declares a state of emergency after cyber attacks. The North Bay city says a malicious software infected its systems on Friday morning, impacting public safety and other city services as well. Now, as I mentioned, this comes as, take a look at the last 48 hours. We've also been hearing North Carolina ports. They have confirmed cyber attacks are disrupting their operations. We're seeing a variety of cyber attacks hitting across the United States. And this comes as I've been sharing with you the updates on U.S. water systems in 12 states targeted in a wave of cyber attacks. And again, not full confirmation yet on who is behind these attacks, but Iran likely behind the cyber attacks on the U.S. water systems. Sources say malicious cyber actors have attacked municipal water systems in at least 7 states. It has now gone up to 12. We've received confirmation on some of these states, and those include Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, South Dakota, Georgia, California, New Jersey, Oregon.
Yep, so on top of all of this, you have water treatment plants getting cyber attacked. It was in 7 states, now it's all the way up to 12. You see? Shit is going down. Don't put off day to day, all right? Hey, do what you got to do right now. Put your best foot forward and don't get weak. How some of these cats is getting weak. Not pushing camp no more. You know what I'm saying? Or just dropping out the truth outright. Just not believing it, you know? But when all hell breaks loose, you're going to see these people start to try to resurface and act like they never fucking left. Well, that's not how it works, man. Better read Ecclesiastes chapter 12, 1 through 4. All right.
There are just some of the states that have come out and announced, yes, we are the ones that have been hit. And also, we've heard warnings directly from the IRGC regarding our power grids in the United States. They've warned Donald Trump that if you conduct a massive attack against the energy in Iran, we will hit not only U.S. military bases in the region, but we'll also come after the homeland. And I also shared with you in the last roughly 48, 72 hours, we also heard from Iran in an announcement Friday. They had said that they're also planning to develop missiles that can reach all the way across the world and hit U.S. soil. They said that this is something that they would like to do because it's time.
Right. And they also said that there's no way else, no way, how they put it? There's no other choice but to create a nuclear weapon. And now they're preparing themselves to create ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Shout out to the brother Ashayar, he got into that. But yeah, man, intercontinental ballistic missiles, they want to do that, and they say they're creating a nuke. Hey, man, you see that? Because that's what's on the intercontinental ballistic missile. It's nuclear warheads. You know? So, hey, we were seeing what type of time, what this is, you know, leading to. The prophecy of World War III, nuclear war. All right, but things have to happen before that happens. The MOTB, if we're this close to World War III, how closer are we to the MOTB? Because that has to come first. All right, and that has to be implemented on a big level, like a global level. And it's so funny because this Straits of Hormuz thing is causing a global market drop, man. All right, this is just not from to America. This is a global thing. So, well, I don't know. This could be something. And not just the Straits of Hormuz, the Canal of Suez is closed too. And that's responsible of 12% of the crude oil. So that's a combined, 32% with the closing of the Straits of Hormuz and the Canal of Suez. Damn. That's a hell of a shock. And they're saying that America only got 23 days of gas left and 32 days of oil. Diesel. And that's the cushion. And if another shock happens, which America's in a constant shock because of what's going on over there in the so-called Middle East, after those 20-something days and 30 days pass, if another shock happens, which America's in that shock, then boom, basically bedlam, as Trump said, chaos and confusion, people not being able to get to work. Cyber attacks, oh shit. Talking about Jacob's trouble. I'm seeing Jacob's trouble on the horizon, man. But anyway, we'll play a little bit more of this. I've reached my destination. So I'm going to give it about 1 more minute and then get up out of here.
for
This
Americans
is just a righteous rant.
to feel what it's like to be hit with missiles on U.S. soil. Wow. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. And as you guys know, here on the channel, I cite all the sources. So if you'd like to read any of these articles for yourself on the attacks on security systems, water systems, power grids, ports, they're all going to be hyperlinked in the description. I cite all of the sources like a book report, linked down below with hyperlinks so you can click them, read them for yourself, see the dates, the sources, know and rest assured this is the latest information. Try to have the highest level of transparency and accountability here on the channel so that way you can know this is the latest information. And today it is August 9th, 2026. It's currently 6:04 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Houston, Texas. Now, if you appreciate that, do me a favor before we dive in. Why not? When you do so, it helps out the channel. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the articles. We've got a lot of updates. I'm going to be sharing with you the latest coming out as we're hearing Tucson City in California has been hit, and we're hearing that they are trying to investigate what's going on, how this took place. They're even saying right now, any city bills, you cannot pay it. They're not going to charge you late fees. They shut down your ability to pay your bills in Tucson City. Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest, though, so that way you can see it for yourself. 1 second here, pull this on the screen. There you go. Tucson.
Well, I reached my destination, but that's pretty much the point. A cyber attack happened in Tucson City. All right. And, hey, it's over there. They're saying it's gotten so bad that, hey, you don't even got to pay your bills. Damn. All right. And they can't contact 911. Now, that's a big thing. That robbing and looting, a lot of that's going to go down. But anyway, hope it was edifying. Hope you can take something from this. This is a brief news update. With that, I'm going to say shalom.